One show. One show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. One show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the 901 show live from Memphis, Tennessee. You are watching us live. Okay, so we're not going to be on the show long tonight because we know everybody's all cozy in at home, comfy, watching movies and series already. And we're going to get out of here so we can do it too because I just started watching one myself. But you can go ahead and share the show, let everybody know that we are live. Sassy Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Welcome. You're the early bird viewer in tonight. But unfortunately, this is January the 31st. And our January early bird prize winner has already been designated for this month. And that was Mary Seals. And she is getting her own star in the universe. And she's right now choosing which galaxy that she wants her. Hey, Mary, I'm just talking about you. I was telling Sandra. Sandra was first one in the comment studio tonight. And I was just letting her know that it's January 31st, so she couldn't get early bird win prize tonight that you got it for the month of January. We'll be giving away one a month, but you don't ever know what show it's going to be. And you can only qualify for one prize that month, okay? So Mary has won the month of January, and she has her own star in the universe, so she's busy selecting which galaxy out there in the universe she wants her star to be. And she's also deciding what she wants to name her star. And once she sends me all that information, I will set up her star in the universe. I will send it to her galaxy chart, to locate her star. Her star can be seen, and her name will be by her star. in the universe. All right. That's right, Mary. Your star will be there for all eternity. All right. And so we just gonna go ahead and give her congratulations on that. All right. Congratulations, Mary, for being the early bird show attendant viewer for January. Bringing in the other hosts for tonight, the heartbeat of the South and my only, every beat of my heart, Tim Harrington, my son. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Ma, how's everybody doing?
All right, you're looking good there,
Thank
son.
you. You too.
Thank you. Can't leave out the hostess of the most. This show wouldn't be anything without her. That's Sybil Marie Presley. Hey, Sybil.
Hey, Sybil.
Well, hello there, and I want to say howdy to Mary Seals, Ernestine Kai for tuning
Hello,
in,
Ernestine. Yeah, thank y'all
Hey,
so much.
Ernestine. Hey,
and
Mary.
Ernest, yeah, and
And Sandra says congratulations. No, that's Ernestine says congratulations, Mary.
yes, and hello to Sandra, of course,
Yes, hello,
Sassy
Sandra.
Sandra,
Yeah, I just spoke to Sassy Sandra.
and
But
hello to
now,
all the other viewers.
yes, February the 1st is tomorrow, though. So we're sliding on in on this ice tonight into to February the 1st, the month of February tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I do mean sliding. We have icy roads and scenery and trees, y'all. In Memphis, Tennessee, right now, the whole city is snuggled in. And we are going to be talking a little bit about um, dedicating a portion of the show to Tyree Nichols, who I know you guys have heard about. It's because it's been on worldwide news. And we're just going to give our condolences a little bit, a part of the show. And then we'll do maybe one or two other quick topics, and then we'll be out of your hair. All right. But first, we're going to take a time out to hear from our partners and go ahead and take this time to share the show, and then we'll be back. Okay. All righty.
I'd like to be what I am not. I should know, but I why not? Life is mine, it's a fact. I'd like to be what I am not. I should know, but I why not? Life is mine, it's a fact. Wake up in the morning and I picture myself flying in the sky. 'Cause I'm a bird, it's not a lie. And now that I'm diving through the oceans of my dreams, I want them so bad to become reality. I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer. I'm a daydreamer.
All right, we are back. And don't forget, at the bottom of the screen, you will see the link, the web page where all of our partners are listed. And you can go and shop there to get our special discounts. And I will be updating our page some the rest of this week with a couple of new sponsors. Okay. And actually, the other sponsors that are already here, of course, you know, they changed their sales. So that's one good thing. I don't have to do that part. Once you click on the web page, they're offering right now Valentine's specials because Valentine's Day is only 2 weeks away, you know, approximately. All right, so bringing in the rest of the team now. We got Tim with us and we got Sybil. All right, Sybil, you have some information on Tyree Nichols for us, okay?
Are you ready for it now?
Yes.
Okay, well, 29-year-old Tyree Nichols' funeral will be held at the Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. And Reverend Al Sharpton will be delivering the eulogy. So Vice President Kamala Harris will be attending the funeral as well. Now you can watch the service live at 10:30 a.m. on WREG Channel 3 here in Memphis, or you can go to WREG.com and watch the entire funeral. So I wanted to pass that along to everyone. And then also, you can type in Tyree Nichols, that's Tyre, last name Nichols on Facebook. And there's a few support pages, and one in particular, he had a passion for photography. So he loved photographing sunsets. And then one page on there, people has gone out and photographed various sunsets in his honor. So you can read more about his biography and all about him through those Facebook pages. So that's what I had to share. And it's a sad time in Memphis. And that's what's taking place tomorrow.
Okay, and we have condolences from Sandra. Sandra says sending condolences to the Nichols family. And of course, we just put one up there from the show. I don't know whether 901 comment is not showing up, but mine is. So condolences from all of our shows and our team to the Nichols family and friends.
Yes.
Yeah, and so Tim, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to speak a little bit on it. Was a true tragedy. Here's a young man that was 29 years old on his way home to his mother and father's house. He wasn't a drug dealer. He wasn't a gangbanger. He had absolutely came from taking pictures of the sunset. Now that the tape is out, we see more graphic. He was drug out. He was beaten severely. No aid was rendered to him. And the sad part about that, he was 80 feet from his mother's home. So just like George Floyd did, the last three things he said was mama. He was hollering for his mother. Now, the original officers were 5 of the Scorpion group. So when they first aired, that was the group that did all of the beating, etc., etc. They were fired and charged with second-degree murder. 2 deputy sheriffs were there, I guess, to aid for us backing up MPD. They were also suspended without pay pending an investigation. 2 of the paramedics were fired because out of that, it was a real 67-minute tape. That's how long it originally is. Yeah, and nobody. They had the young man propped up on the car. He was, you know, he was going in and out of consciousness.
Did you say 67 or did you say 6 or 7 minutes?
67.
Like an hour or something?
Yeah. They're chopping it. What we're seeing now has been chopped up.
Oh my goodness.
Into parts. So, you know, anybody that's a mother, imagine the police coming to your house, not banging on your door at 3 o'clock in the morning, saying that they had to arrest your son. They had to spray him and they had to tase him. And they said because he was under the influence. And the mother was like, no, my son don't drink like that. Then they told him that Tyree was nearby being taken care of. And they couldn't go and see him.
I heard that on the news.
Yeah, I think an hour and a half after, the doctors called her and you know, the father asking why weren't they there. I think he had had a couple of cardiac arrests, and they were thinking when they're going to the hospital, it's something matter. Yeah, they might have had to tase him, and might have been a little resistance, but what they saw was inhumane. They barely recognized their son, and that's the picture that everybody sees now. So the parents did take those pictures, and like I said, it's a tragedy, and they're saying that more people will be reprimanded accordingly. Was proud of the city, did not get out of control. They had peaceful riots.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody
Peaceful
died.
protesters.
Yes. Peaceful protests.
And
Yeah.
swift action by the Chief Davis.
Yes.
I heard a lot of national anchors, news anchors, and stations, and lawmakers and lawyers and politicians,
Yeah.
commending Chief Police Davis for the swift action.
Yes.
They had never seen, they said in cases like these, they had never seen swift action taken like that against the perpetrators.
Yes.
And so, and I couldn't even, when they began to show it, when I saw him run away on the video, that was just as far as I could go. I just walked to another room, but I could hear the rest of it.
Yeah.
It was so disturbing, because I could feel his misery,
right,
and his fear. And his mother said that she had felt something in her stomach.
She did,
but she did not know that is why she had that pain in her stomach like that.
Right.
But I felt it for her, and that and even though he's gone, when they showed that, I felt that wrenching of my stomach. It was unhuman.
Yeah.
It was like, oh God, don't nobody have words for it.
No,
you
really don't.
You may have a chance to fight off one wolf that's beating you, but when you got a pack of wolves, one person with no weapons, there's no chance of survival.
Right.
And that's a poor mentality. I mean, that's an evil mentality.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't nobody know why. They still haven't said as to why they stopped him.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with these cops. Stop doing traffic stops, because they used to have the PST patrol.
Yeah.
That would do traffic stops to give tickets to people. They had you remember they had the orange and white car?
They still have it. They're just not as active as they used to be.
Well, that's what they use. All these cities need to have. That's just a simple traffic patrol that can issue tickets, and nobody have to be in fear of their life,
right? And
just take the ticket and go on about their business, because these PST patrol people did not have authority. They didn't even carry weapons when they had them. They used to use that all the time.
Yeah.
And so people didn't mind pulling over and stopping, but the reason people keeps, try to run in their cars or try to run away from the police when they stop them is for reasons like this.
Yes, yes.
They're afraid they're going to lose their life.
Yeah, and according to the community, this has been going on, this particular group of individuals.
I didn't even know nothing about a scorpion group. I knew that. I knew they had I know all cities have what they call the task force or whatever.
That's basically what they fall under.
And SWAT team. They used to have a SWAT team.
They still have those. Yeah. You have that.
They dismantled the scorpion right then.
Yeah, that was another swift action compliment that Chief Davis had received nationwide from people.
Right.
So, and I'm glad that she did that, because otherwise our city would have been burned to the ground.
Yeah, and what's happening is the people that were standing around, even those that had, just came on the scene, where the problem come in, that they didn't do any of the beating, but they saw this man and saw that he needed aid. Neither person rendered him aid. I think they said for about 25 minutes or a half an hour or something
Well,
like
why were you say the firemen?
that.
Why were
Paramedics.
the firemen there? Paramedics.
Well, that's the
Well, why were
thing.
they only suspended and not fired?
Oh, they were fired.
I thought you said suspended without pay.
12 of them are fired.
It's a total of 12.
12 people.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
okay.
they had the sheriff department had 2 officers that were there.
Yeah, right.
They
2
were
sheriffs.
suspended without pay. Then they turned around and fired them.
So
Because-
everybody has been fired. That's what I'm trying to
That's
find out.
correct.
That's correct.
And the 5
Ah.
is in jail.
Right.
They're-
But they're out on bond now.
They
They're
are
out
on bond.
Mhm.
Well, good for clap for the 12 of them being fired,
yeah.
because
The-
this that was just inhumane. How can you be inhuman and stand and watch somebody else treating somebody inhuman?
Well, yes,
Yeah.
this came directly from the family that was told the chief directly from the parents, saying that they wanted everyone that was out there to be terminated
That's right.
because
That's right.
nobody tried to help him or assist him and
That's
saw
right.
that he was in great danger.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
they requested that everybody be fired.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. And so we'll be watching it. I'm sure that everybody will be tuned in. Our streets are iced up.
Mm-hmm.
And so, look, I got to put this up here. Sassy Sandra says she's shopping tomorrow.
Okay. Gonna do some online shopping, huh? Okay.
Oh,
Store shop.
no, she gonna be online. I hear you, Sandra.
Oh, yeah, from the partners you have. I
From
get
the
it
what?
now.
From the what?
From your partners, she's going to shop.
Oh
she
yeah,
saw your
yeah. She was.
commercial.
She said she's gonna be shopping tomorrow. So I hear you,
Mhm.
Sandra.
Well, good.
Yeah, thank you. But I might not be shopping because I don't have any money to shop with. I can catch up on bills. Nibs like gas and water had taken all my money for the past. This is the second month in a row that they
Yeah,
have
funny.
almost bankrupt me. But I got to do it, and I had to let something else go, and got to pay something else. That's something I had to let go last month. I got to pay it late.
Yeah. Robbing
And-
people
and-
to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. So
They'll beat you to it.
yeah. So it's just hard, but I thank the Lord for the little bit I have, because there's so many people that don't have a little bit,
This is
you
true.
know. So
Mhm.
so many people don't even have the ability to rob Peter to pay Paul,
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that said, I'll be tuned in to the service tomorrow. That
I will too.
I can show my respects that way,
Yes.
but I definitely won't be out there in the ice. And I know a lot of more people
I'm going to stay
that had
home.
a lot of people that had planned to go. I'm sure they were planning to go, but because of the weather, and I looked out just before it got dark, and our streets are white with ice.
Mm.
So, and the temperatures below, like in
Freezing.
the 20s, like 27 or so tonight.
Mhm.
So,
Well, Emily, how's your pipes doing?
my pipes don't never freeze because I leave my water running.
Mhm.
My pipes, I've never had frozen pipes. So I always leave
good.
my water, and y'all better leave y'all's running tonight. And I'm not
Yeah.
talking about, like when we had that 7,
Yeah.
I had to leave a continuous small stream
Yeah.
on my faucets, all my faucets, because if you just leave a tap when it's like 17, or like when we went through that 7 and 1 degree,
Yeah.
your pipes they'll still freeze. So that's what a lot of people don't understand. Now you can have a really tiny, steady stream, and you may have to pay a little bit more on your water bill, but it's a whole lot cheaper than having to do some pipe repair.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that way you leave a continuous stream, see, it keeps the flow pipe open.
Right.
And that's what I did. That's what mine is still running from last night in the bathtub, but in the daytime I had the one in sink. But before I go to bed, I'll start that little bitty, I mean, really tiny, because you don't want a whole lot running. I don't mean that filling up for no bath or nothing.
Right.
It's like a tiny,
steady flow. Yeah.
Yeah, about the size of a needle. But you have to turn that faucet till it get just right, and keep the real tiny stream just running. All right, so we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna see if Sybil and Tim got anything else to talk about. All right. So y'all stick with us and we will be right back. All right.
All right.
Okay, so we are back, bringing in the rest of the team. I just want to talk briefly about something that I heard that's may end up affecting the 901 area, and that is that a legislative senator in Tennessee has a bill before the Tennessee Legislative Congress for them to make changes to the educational system as far as letting the third grader go to the fourth grade when the third graders cannot read at third grade level. Now, I can remember, and Tim can remember, and Sybil can remember for sure, when we went to school, even when my son went to school, that if you didn't make your grade enough in your grade to pass to the next grade, you didn't get to the next grade. You failed.
Right.
You failed.
Yeah, you failed.
Well, they stopped that mess about, 10 years ago, I guess it was. And they sent them on to the grade anyway, to the next grade anyway, because they were saying that the issues, I think there were two main issues of concern, which was the child would end up being aging, getting older, just continue to get older if they keep failing, would probably, and because they would be embarrassed, they would drop out of school. And the other concern was that they would be made fun of if they failed, flunked them, and
everybody will. Even when I was coming up, if you failed, you just got joked out. You just had to repeat the grade.
Yeah, but these kids, they not made
summer school. They had summer school then.
They did.
Yeah. They still have summer school now. But, these kids nowadays, they not made tough like we were. we take a lick and keep on ticking. Cause my
Yeah.
son didn't have to, and I didn't have to, and I know Sybil didn't have to, because we didn't fail. But the kids that I know that did fail, they just took the lick and kept on ticking.
Right.
But that made them get their lesson, so they
They
wouldn't have
did.
to, stay in the grade again, right?
They did.
So anyway, this Islamic is saying because of the national test scores of the state, because every state, um, except some, and this is just recent, some states have submitted legislation for their schools not to be tested in a national test, in a state test for their academic skills and level of knowledge. But I think it's only like 2 or 3 states.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, but most states, so I can say most states now, but I can say all states now because I don't think that it has been approved, or for these states that want to withdraw to be able to withdraw.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all states, they take this national test, based on the skills that where they're supposed to be able to do as far
Right.
as reading and writing, and
Mhm.
because of the cell phones and the text abbreviations that these kids use, they can't even spell
Yeah.
because they use all these
Slang.
2 or 3 letters. They're supposed to mean one word,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Ebonics.
one like
Yeah.
you, like the letter U.
Yeah.
For the word YOU.
Yeah. Yes. They call it ebonics
That's not Ebonics. That's Textronics.
or
That's-
slang.
Yeah,
No, Ebonics belongs to a culture, a
Yeah.
particular culture.
True.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is Textronics.
Yeah.
This is all cultures that do that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I get it because some of the messages that my kids send me, I don't understand it.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
See? And so they're saying that this is the problem why these kids are not able to pass tests and why the kids are not learning in school. And it's only so much that the teacher can do in the classroom. And they know that the parents for these kids that are not passing these tests, it doesn't necessarily fall on the fault of the teacher. It basically falls on the parent, and whether it be
Yeah.
a guardian or whether it be, real parents, that's not making sure that the child or children know the difference between the word YOU and the letter U,
Yeah.
and the difference how that they can use that letter U in their text messages, to their friends, but in formal English, that you should use the word YOU.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So this is becoming a problem with the educational curriculum of the students, and so this particular senator for Tennessee, he's bringing back the failing them again.
Yeah.
And so what do y'all think about that, Tim? What do you
Well-
think about it?
Well, I think that's not a good idea for us passing the child on if they didn't really pass on, because you're setting the kid up for failure and you're sending a message there's no consequences to my actions. So why would I do the work if I know I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pass no matter what?
That good
Yeah.
question. So what
Yeah.
do you feel about that?
Yeah, you got to be smarter than the 5th grade on that.
I agree with that, Tim, 100%. You can just sit
Mhm.
there, and sometimes you almost have to drive an army tank to school, because sometimes if the teacher does say something about it or send a note home or try to punish the student anyway, then they get attacked by the parents.
Mhm,
So it is
mhm,
definitely different from when us 3 went to school.
Oh, yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So they don't even teach cursive now.
Yeah, I heard.
Handwriting.
Yeah, they took that out.
I can believe that.
Yeah, and they don't
so-
use books anymore. Everything is on the tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay about it being on the tablet. I don't have anything with advancement in technology. But I do agree with the senator. They need to know how to read and write.
Oh yeah.
Whether
How do they
and
sign their name? Or how they sign checks and stuff if they don't know how to
well, they're
handwrite
children.
their
They don't
signatures?
sign. They don't sign papers because they're
Well,
children.
they grow up eventually have to sign a check and stuff.
I know, and they should still learn how to write cursive. They should read.
And that,
I didn't even know
Correct.
that. I didn't even know that they had taken cursive out of
I
school.
didn't either.
yes, I mean, not only do they do it on texting, they do it face to face. They speak that same text to somebody that's literally there, and it makes no sense. Like you said, they got to learn how to spell. You got to learn how to speak properly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
can
I
you
E
imagine?
L O
And this
L.
was what happened to a lot of them. You know, they go on a job interview, they have no idea how to go to a job interview.
Mm-mm. And then if
And
they
speak
try, and
correctly.
you cannot train to learn something in a week that you
Right.
should have learned in 12 years,
I agree.
there's no way possible.
Yeah.
Communication skills, how you going to read and write. That's why they can't get jobs. That's why companies are having difficulty finding qualified candidates
Hmm.
because, and you cannot blame the company for
Yeah.
not hiring somebody that can't read and write,
Right.
because you have to protect that employee as well as protect yourself. If the person don't know what CAUTION means and can't read it, and then they walking into that dangerous area,
Right.
Right.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because the signs all around in the workplace,
Yes. Yeah.
it's so I agree with the senator. They need to start back to failing these kids that are not passing
Right.
the grade. And third grade is where you're supposed to learn your cursive writing. That's where you learn your
Right.
penmanship.
Right. I
You know.
remember the
And
tablets.
if
Mhm.
they have taken courtesy writing out of school, they need to put it back in there
They do.
because
I agree with that too. I think we all
yeah,
agree.
because federal forms are not gonna have you to print your name because they have two lines. They will
Yeah.
have a line that say print your name, and then right up
Signature.
under there on legal forms, you got to
Right.
sign.
Hmm.
So what are they gonna do? Put an X, meaning that they don't know how they don't know how to sign, because that's what they used to do in
That's pitiful.
1800s.
Yeah, when you couldn't read and write, they put an
Yeah,
X
yeah, yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a generations and generations putting
Generation
an X. Not necessarily Generation X, but if they don't do something about teaching these kids how to write,
Yeah.
we're
Correct.
gonna have the whole future world putting X for their signature.
Yeah. And I tell you another thing, even with my children, right? They have no problem getting a job. But the problem comes in keeping the job. Can't keep a job to save their life. I don't understand it.
They lazy.
Yeah, you bouncing all over the city from job to job.
They
Get
lazy.
somewhere and be still. You know?
Musical jobs.
I'm just not talking about. I'm talking about children in general. They lazy.
Yeah.
They've been spoiled
Yeah.
because they was raised up having to. Given everything that they needed. I was raised up having to work for half of what I needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim was raised up given pretty much everything that he needed. Well, Tim was raised up given everything he needed. But
I had to earn
but when he got grown and got out of high school, I put him on his own.
She did.
And the problem is that these parents are still keeping these grown kids after they
Yeah.
graduated high school.
Yeah.
They're not trying to go to college,
Yeah.
and they're not trying to go to the service,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have a job. They're not trying to work
Mm-hmm.
at their house, other than putting them out there on their own when they get out of high school, so that they can learn how to survive and take care of themselves, be responsible, and
Yeah.
get on a job and not be lazy and work.
I agree.
These kids don't want to work
No, they have a false
because
sense of
they've never
entitlement.
had to work.
Yeah.
You know, They're living in an age of entitlement, just like you said, Tam.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a problem with that, and a lot of people won't agree with me, but I have a problem with it because not just because I have a strong work sense and have worked ever since I was 14 years old, still working now, and I'm 73, going on 74,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
still working.
Outstanding. Wow.
I just have a strong working ethic.
I
And when we
understand.
had this strong working ethic in our society,
Mhm.
we didn't have all these problems that we're having today.
No, I
Did we,
agree.
Sybil?
I agree.
Didn't
I
have them.
agree. Yeah, they're having robberies from left to right.
Man,
Going in.
you could go to sleep if you didn't lock your doors, okay?
Yeah,
If you left
yeah.
your window
And leave
open, it was
windows
okay.
open. And we
Yeah.
never locked our doors.
But
This-
that's you're absolutely right. And the ones that are doing the smash and grabs here are that age bracket that we're talking about.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we got to go because we got to watch some other shows.
Yes.
Tell me your closing remarks.
Another great show, short and sweet. I like it. Can't wait
All
to do it again.
All
With
right.
that being said, I wish everybody love, peace, and happiness, and let's be safe out there.
Love it. Sybil.
We always have fun on the 901 and try to stay upbeat as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Possible. And tomorrow, February 1st, is Lisa Marie's birthday. She would have been 55.
Wow.
So on behalf
Mm.
of our fan club, you're an Elvis fan, If, I would like to wish her a heavenly birthday.
Heavenly birthday, Lisa.
Yes.
All right. We love you. I did tell what Tim and Sybil said. Not going to hold y'all any longer. Thank you all, you dedicated fans, for watching and coming in the comment column and chatting with us, because what we do for you. And although we enjoy it, we still do it for you. All right. We love y'all. Bye-bye. We'll see you on Thursday
Good
night.
night, sweet dreams.
Thursday night,
Bye.
Pearls Politics. All right.
All
And
right.
in
Yes.
in a couple of weeks, we got a special guest coming up for politics, and Sybil is going to be on the show.
I will actually be on Pearls Politics.
Outstanding.
Y'all don't fall on the ground now.
Outstanding.
Tell 'em-
Actually going to appear.
Tell them who the special guest is going to be.
We're invited Judge Joe Brown.
Oh
You know,
boy. Oh
That-
no. Okay.
That
Yeah.
cracked Tim up, didn't it?
Yes, a lot that come with Joe.
That's right. So it won't be this Thursday, but y'all be
Thursday.
watching now. We'll be
February the
posting it.
9th, I believe we're going to get him February the 9th. I'm waiting to hear back.
All right
Okay.
then. All right. So
All
we'll
right.
put it there for y'all a week ahead of time. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
All right. We love y'all. Night night.
All right.
That's our time.
Bye-bye.
It's the 901 show. 901 show. 901 show. The 901 show. 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. 901 show. It's the 901 show. 901 show. 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 Get on this hot night. The 901 show. 901 show. Hot night. Hot night. Hot night. Hot night. The 901 show. 901 show. Hot night. Hot night. Hot night. It's the 901 show. 901 show. It's the 901 show. 901 show. The 901 Show. Get on this hot mic. The 901 Show. It's the 901 Show. It's the 901 Show.